I am Steve Barker, a British military veteran who has operated in hostile terrain and learned that survival is never about luck. It is about staying calm, thinking clearly, and making the right call under pressure. I have endured harsh weather, rough ground, isolation, and the kind of conditions that test your body and your mind in equal measure. Welcome to the next episode of Survive When It Counts, Wilderness Survival. In this episode, we strip everything back to the essentials, mindset, priorities, and the first actions that matter most when things go wrong. When people think about survival, they often picture fire, shelter, or navigation. But the truth is simple. If you do not have safe water, nothing else matters for long. In this episode, we are talking about water purification, one of the most important survival skills you can learn. Whether you are camping deep in the woods, dealing with an emergency at home, or trying to make sense of a questionable source in the field, owning how to turn unsafe water into drinkable water can keep you calm, capable, and alive. The first thing to understand is that not all water that looks clean is safe. Clear mountain streams, rainwater collected in a bucket, or water from a puddle after a storm can all carry bacteria, protozoa, viruses, and chemical contaminants. That means the first step in water purification is always assessment. If the water is murky, has visible debris, or comes from a risky source, it should be treated as unsafe until proven otherwise. A quick pre-filter through cloth, a bandana, or even a coffee filter can remove sediment, but it does not make water safe on its own. It simply prepares the water for the real purification step. One of the most reliable methods is boiling. If you have the fuel and a container that can handle heat, boiling water is a straightforward way to kill most pathogens. Bring it to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute, and longer if you are at high altitude. Boiling is dependable, because it does not require special gear, but it does take time, fuel, and a container. In a long-term survival situation, those resources matter. That is why many people carry multiple options instead of relying on just one. Good survival thinking means having backups. Another common method of water purification is chemical treatment. Water purification tablets, chlorine dioxide drops, and household bleach, when used correctly, can disinfect water when boiling is not practical. These methods are lightweight, easy to pack, and valuable in a bug-out bag or vehicle kit. But they are not instant, and they work best when the water is already clear. They also have limits regarding certain parasites and chemical contamination, so reading the instructions carefully is essential. In survival, precision matters. Guessing can cost you. For many people, filtration is the most practical field solution. Portable filters can remove sediment and many harmful microorganisms, making them ideal for hiking, camping, and emergency use. Some systems are compact enough to fit in a pocket, while others are designed for group or base camp use. Still, it is important to know what a filter can and cannot do. Most filters do not remove viruses unless specifically designed to do so, and very few remove dissolved chemicals. That is why the best approach is layered. Filter first, then disinfect if needed. Think of it as building a safety chain, rather than trusting a single link. At the end of the day, water purification is about more than gear. It is about judgment, knowing where to collect water, how to treat it, and which method is appropriate for the situation. Is part of being truly prepared. The goal is not just to survive one night or one hike. The goal is to build confidence through repeatable skills. When you understand water purification, you remove one of the biggest variables in an emergency. And in survival, fewer unknowns mean better decisions, less panic, and a much better chance of making it through. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Survive When It Counts. I hope what we have covered today gives you practical knowledge, sharper judgment, and the confidence to stay calm when conditions turn against you. If you have enjoyed the episode, be sure you like, subscribe, and follow Books Central so you do not miss future episodes packed with survival knowledge, fieldcraft, and real-world guidance. And make sure you come back next week for the next episode, where we will continue building the skills that matter when it counts most. If you want the companion book to this podcast, The Calm Operator, Survival for Every Terrain, you will find it on Amazon and on the Books Central website. Until next time, stay sharp, stay prepared, and keep moving forward.